If Hamas had been a civil people, if they had been something less than savages that massacred in the most vicious way innocent civilians, they did not attack soldiers. They attacked civilians. They attacked women, children, babies, helpless elderly people. They brought this upon themselves. Everything that people see there is not the result of anything other than the vicious hatred that Hamas harbored and carried out on October the 7th. And they are paying the price. And tragically, so many innocent people are paying the price for the sins and the evil of these monsters of Hamas. It gives me an extraordinary sense of personal joy to have been named by the president as an evangelical Christian believer to take this post. And to be honest, I was a little concerned that maybe there would be some resistance to that on behalf of Israeli people and Jewish people. But what I found is that just the opposite. And many people, my Jewish friends, have expressed this over and again, that if I were Jewish and came as ambassador, they'd say, well, of course, he supports Israel. He's Jewish. He doesn't have a choice. I say to them, I have a choice, and I make my choice to support Israel and to show my friendship that has existed, by the way, for 52 years. From my very first trip here, which was in 1973, when I was a month shy of my 18th birthday. It never grows old. I never get to the point where I don't learn something. I never get to the point where I don't experience something being in this very magnificent place. Well, Israel is an incredibly important ally to us, and people sometimes only think that Israel benefits from the United States. The truth is the United States benefits a great deal from Israel. And not just militarily. We certainly benefit from the technology, from the innovation, from defense systems that were developed here. But there's a much more important and long-lasting side of where Americans benefit in agriculture, technology, medical advancement. So it is not a one-way street. The United States and its citizens are directly the beneficiaries of some of the extraordinary achievements and accomplishments and innovations of people here in Israel. Well, as you heard from being at the wall a moment ago, on this, my very first day as the ambassador to the State of Israel, it was such an honor and an incredible privilege to place on behalf of the President of the United States, President Donald J. Trump, a prayer that he wrote in his own hand and initialed, handed to me in person last Thursday at the White House, with the hope that I would bring it and place it in the wall with the best wishes and the prayers of the American people for the peace of Jerusalem and for the return of the hostages. So I have done that with an extraordinary sense of honor, joy, and also a sense of great responsibility. The relationship between the United States and Israel is not ceremonial. It is deep. It is rooted in our love of democracy, in our love of the Judeo-Christian understanding that every life has worth and value. And it is one of the reasons that the President prays that every hostage will be released immediately. And it's why I wear this on my lapel today. I really do come with a sense of hope and optimism that God will do great things here in this holy city. And I do know that there's never, ever been a president in America who has been a better friend to Israel than President Donald J. Trump. That I know. But the president himself has made very clear Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. They will not be in a position where that they can threaten the peace, not just of Israel, but all of the people of the rest of the world. Let's never forget that the Iranians have not simply threatened Israel with extinction, which they have repeatedly over 46 years, but they have also threatened the United States. They don't just say death to Israel, they say death to America. And there's an old saying that when people tell you over and again they're going to kill you, you might want to take them seriously. So I don't think that this is just about Israel. Israel has often been called the little Satan and the U.S. the great Satan. I'd put it in simpler terms. For the Iranians, Israel is the appetizer and the U.S. is the entree. Whatever happens at the hands of the Iranians to Israel is the intended happening to those of us in the United States. Thank you very much. Pleasure to visit with you. Thanks for coming out.